Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulih al-Kareem. Amma ba'd. I'll just share a few words. Usually we'd be going through, maybe a little bit, a few verses from what we will be reciting. But today I just thought that because, alhamdulillah, we have started the blessed month, I'll just share two quick reminders, to prepare us and get us in the right mindset. Number one, this is directly from my teacher, and I'm sure many of us from our teachers have heard this. And if we look into the lives of the awliya Allah and the pious people, the friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and of course into the lives of the Sahaba and the Prophets, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will see that this month was a great opportunity, and it is a great opportunity. So being thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to witness this month, right? How are we going to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? First and foremost, we are going to try to obey Him to the best of our ability. Try to stay away from anything and everything that may bring the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to emphasize on may bring. Not for sure will bring, but even those things that are doubtful, those things that we feel are, in the gray area, those things that maybe, we have to kind of shop around to find, this person says it's haram, but we ask someone else to find out if it actually is. Those type of things. So try to stay away from anything and everything that may bring the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And number two is, and this is the actual advice from the teachers, and I'm sure we will see this in all the lives of all the pious people, that they would make the utmost use of their time in this month. Try not to waste a single moment of this month. Whether it be, talking, whether it be on social media, whether it be, in something useless, we try our best to make the most of this opportunity that we have been given. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us this opportunity. He gave us this time to, get closer to Him, to gain His forgiveness, to get closer to the book, closer to His book, to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We call this the month of Ramadan, the month of the Quran. So that means that we have to bring this book into our life. We have to start to recite it. We have to start to learn to become better at it. We have to take out time to understand it. Right? This is all part of this month. Whether it's also giving in charity, and we know all the good deeds. I'm not going to take up too much time in going into all of that. But the point is that we try to avoid as much sin and displeasure as possible, and we try to do as much good as possible. This is the bare bones. This is what I can share in 5 to 7 minutes. I can't go into too much detail, but this is what we need to take from this month. That we get the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we get saved from the fire of Jahannam, and we get accepted into Jannah al-Firdaus. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all that ability to use this month to its maximum potential, so that way we can be freed from the fire of Jahannam and enter Jannah al-Firdaus. Lastly, I'll just mention one point, because this is supposed to be a tafsir session, or a slight hint or points from what we will be reciting. Today I was looking through some of the tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha, and some of the mufassirs mentioned, of course in Surah Al-Fatiha there are many, many points, but I just thought I'll just share this one, where in the first first 3 ayahs, some mufassirs, they take this hint, this nuqta, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us that our past, our present, and our future is all in His control, right? They say that alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, we're praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are praising Him because of our present situation, and He is in control of that. Right? Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, we are talking about His mercy because our past is also in His control, right? So He has the control and the ability to forgive us, right? And then He says that Maliki Yawmiddin, telling us about the Qiyamah. And on Qiyamah we know we're going to be standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is also in His control. So if we know that the past, the present, and the future is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's control, then automatically we come to the conclusion, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, that there's only one being that is worthy of worship. And if that being is worthy of worship, then of course, that is the only being that we can ask for help from. Right? And then we end with the Ihdina as-Sirat al-Mustaqim, that we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us to the straight path. So I just thought I'll share this one small point, that every time we recite Surah Al-Fatiha, every time we hear Surah Al-Fatiha, we keep this in our mind, we keep this intention that everything is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we are turning to Him, we are asking for His guidance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide all of us. Inshallah, we will start in 1 minute, inshallah. I'll just use this moment to make a quick announcement, the regular announcement of every year, that there are appointed Hufad who will be giving the correction. Right? This is the tradition of every year. I have to announce it, and every masjid usually has to announce it, because alhamdulillah, sometimes we have the enthusiastic people from the back who want to be part of the correction. So inshallah, please leave the correcting to those who are appointed, and inshallah they will take care of it. Also, I'm sure everyone's seen on the calendar already the times that have been printed. The Fajr time that is printed, 20 minutes after that will be the Iqamah for Fajr. For Maghrib Salah, the exact time is printed. So the exact sunset time is printed. We have not added any extra precautionary minutes. So I wanted to make this aware for everyone. Everyone could be aware of it, that we should just be careful, maybe add 1 or 2 minutes on our own just to be safe. Sometimes someone's clock may be behind or ahead a little bit. We don't want to throw away our fast by breaking early. So just add 1 or 2 minutes just for safety. We have added the exact minutes. And the reason for this, one of the reasons is because what happens is sometimes we add 2-3 minutes, then the other person doesn't know if he should add another 2-3 minutes. And this would always happen when, in one of my previous masjids actually, when my father would make the schedule, he would add 3 minutes, and then the next year he'd be like, I'm going to add 3 more minutes for caution. I'm like, over here, we're like 12 minutes for caution. What's going on? Every year, 3 more minutes. We're going to be in Isha time. So I said, we'll just go with the actual time. And inshallah, everyone can add their own 1 or 2 minutes for safety. Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, we'll start. Now, please ask the Hufaz to come to the front. Is it full?